The Rio Grande forms the border between Minas Gerais and São Paulo. The Serra da Canastra stands out in the region, covered by this cerrado vegetation, with transitions to niches of Atlantic forest. Rich diversity in both fauna and flora. Mild climate, sun and rain in balanced proportions. Environment suited for the selective growing of sugarcane. An attractive scenario to fabricate handcrafted, quality cachaça. The dream of Senhor José Batista de Oliveira began here. It was year 1943, times of World War and crisis in sugar production. On his farm, Fazenda Cachoeirinha, he invented a way to redistill and ferment raw block brown sugar, and thus the handcrafted drink would become a legend in the region. Cachaça Batista. The cachaça became famous. It came to frequent the cellars of collectors, and Zé Batista liked that. He ordered the printing of the first label with its famous star. Personally managing his creation until 1972, when life pointed in other directions, and he had to close the distillery. However, the shining star had not yet been extinguished. On his 90th birthday at a family reunion, Senhor José confessed his desire to recover Cachaça Batista. It was up to his son-in-law, Marco Antonio, to inherit the secrets of the master, accept the challenge, and cause the rebirth of the pioneer's dream, a dream that Zé Batista had the joy to commemorate before leaving us at age 98. Fazenda Boa Sorte is an ecological paradise. Since he assumed the property, Marco Antonio has worked intensely to recover native species, from birds to butterflies, preserving and increasing the riverbank vegetation in harmonious commingling with the growing of sugarcane. Today, the preserved area goes far beyond governmental regulations. When I first arrived here to buy this property in 1990, everything was clear-cut. I decided to preserve this copaíba so that it would be the cornerstone of my undertaking. It was here that everything began. The main differential of Cachaça Batista begins with the soil quality and care with the crop. In partnership with Embrapa and other institutions, Cachaça Batista conducts permanent research with the objective of selecting the varieties that best suit the region's climate and the soil of the farm. After exiting the crushers, the sugarcane juice goes through a rotating filter and fine mesh sieve, and is decanted to remove impurities. Before going on to the fermentation vats, the juice is diluted and homogenized to standardize the sugar content. Fermentation is the soul of cachaça. Batista cachaça is fermented with natural yeast from the region. It is at this stage that the aromatic composites peculiar to the drink are formed. After a 24-hour cycle, the fermented juice is once again filtered before following on to distillation in artisanal copper stills. During distillation, the already fermented juice is heated, and from it, the distilled liquid is extracted. The first and last parts of the distillation, head and tail, are separated and redistilled to produce fuel ethanol used on the farm itself. The heart is what is important. The middle part of the distillation is the valuable part of the distillate, free from undesirable substances. The Cachaça Batista industrial plant takes into account all environmental protection procedures. The wastes are recycled, and all the water used in production goes through a treatment station and is reused in crop irrigation. The entire process is high-tech and sustainable. After all this work, the cachaça needs to rest. The white, clear liquid is sent to rest in stainless steel tanks, without interference of wood aging. Another part of the production will age in barrels to attain the softer woody taste and a touch of special aromas. The first thing we have to see is limpidity, if it was well done. If it doesn't have any glycerin adulteration so that it becomes smooth. So here you can see the tears. This white, clear one, for example, doesn't have any wood aging. We can see it is crystal clear. It looks like water. It has this crystalline appearance. The small bubbles, the alcohol tears you can see, which cannot stop here. If the alcohol stops, it was adulterated. These tears have to run slowly or quickly, depending on the age and consistency. Observe that it looks like lemon with this citric texture. It fills the mouth. It has density. It is an elegant drink, balanced acidity, very residual sugar, and enjoyably dry, fresh and dry. It's perfect. It is without defects. So this is the white one. So we will analyze an aged cachaça. Let's look at the standard. A well-made blend. It's been 3 years that I have been tasting aged Batista. It has the citric taste of Jequitibá wood. There is the vanilla of the oak wood that is elegantly toasty, which are not aggressive, because the owner here adopted the measure of choosing from the field to the glass, from the wood to the yeast, always seeking to extract the true nature of wild yeast, which will give it the touch of homogenization of the Sacramento terroir. So Batista is from Sacramento. It has this standard. Let's look at the white then. That is the origin. The white is the source of everything. A good white will never be beaten by an ordinary white. The white is so good that it has citric and mineral taste of the fructose. It leaves your mouth dry. The mouth cannot become sugary, tired, and makes you want more. To your health! Viva Cachaça Batista! Cachaça Batista researched consumer preference to elect its ideal blend. A light oak and Jequitibá wood mixture, with the predominant touch of oak. These woods, with subtle, light aromas, preserve the original taste of the cachaça. It is important to achieve balance between the wood and the fruit.